Hi guys, this is Light and welcome to my video guide on turn 10 of Final Coil of Bahamut turn 1. The boss we are facing in this fight is Imdagood. For preparation, your party will need to have eye level 110 on average to make this fight easier, and make sure to keep your foot buff up for that extra stat boost. X Potion of Strength and Potent Poisoning Potions will help with your DPS check. Imdagood will have a soft enrage of 10 minutes and 30 seconds, which will slowly fill the arena up with electricity, dealing around 1000 damage per tick, and making the arena smaller as the battles continue. Imdagood also gains a damage increase buff whenever mechanics are done wrong throughout the fight. For phase 1, begin the fight by pulling Imdagood and tank it facing outwards. The first ability you will notice is the Crackle Hiss, which does an instant frontal AoE attack dealing around 3000 to 4000 damage, so at no time should the boss be facing towards the party. The second ability is Critical Rip. This is the hard-hitting attack of Imdagood. The attack deals around 9000 to 10,000 damage and must be mitigated by using defense cooldowns by tank to survive the attack. Next, we have Spike Flail. This is just a back corner attack which deals heavy damage to the party. However, it can be easily avoided by simply moving to the sides. After this, a new ability called Wild Charge will be used. This can be notified by a blue marking above your party member's head. The marked player will have a few seconds before he positions himself in the middle of the arena. When the mark is gone, the player will release a damage burst and be placed in the stun lock, ready to be charged by the boss. Make sure no one is near the player when the damage burst is being released. From here, the boss will begin charging the attack Wild Charge. When you see the cast begins, it is the cue to come in and stand between the boss and the charged players to share the damage among your party members. Make sure that the first player standing is a tank and has his defense cooldown popped, because the first player in front of the boss will take the most damage. Moving on, the boss also drops an AoE attack on the ground whenever he does the attack. This electric AoE will one-shot your tank if he stands inside long enough, so make sure to avoid it at all costs. After finishing with his charge, the boss will turn back and cast a Crackle Hiss straight away, so everyone should keep in mind to be at the back of the boss after the charge. After this, a debuff called Prey will be casted on a random party member. Make sure the player has a Stone Skin or Adloquium up at the end of the debuff, or he will gain Erratic Blaster, which causes him to explode for high damage and be placed in a paralysis in a small AoE around him. At around 85% HP, Imdagood will begin casting Electro Charge. Have your tanks position themselves at A and B as shown in the waymark here, which is the east and west of the inner ring. The rest of the party should be in the middle of the arena to avoid the AoE attacks of the adds. The best way to pick up both adds at the same time is to use Flash while standing in the middle of the circle shown here. Make sure to face the adds to either the north or south of the arena to avoid the AoEs hitting your party members. One daughter and one son of Imdagood will spawn on each side of the arena, and their attacks are similar to Imdagood's, including Crackle Hiss, Spike Flail, and Prey, so make sure to Stone Skin and Adloquium the two party members targeted by Prey. If two sons or two daughters come too close to one another, they will gain determination buffs, which will make them harder to kill, so never try to merge them together. DPS down one side of the adds as soon as possible, and always kill the daughter first before moving on to the son, as the son will drop the Electrocution AoE when he dies. After the adds on both sides dies, Move on to Good while he begins casting his next attack, Electric Burst, which deals heavy damage to the whole party. Remember to stack up and heal before spreading out to your next position. Phase 2 will begin with a new ability called Heat Lightning. This ability works similarly to the meteor stream from turn 9. Make sure everyone is spread out to avoid stacking of damage, which is deadly. This attack will target 3 random players and give them a vulnerability debuff, and the debuff will be explained in the next mechanic. The next new combo is Heat Lightning, followed up by a Wild Charge. The strategy here is to spread everyone out around the rim of the arena, while the targeted player moves himself to the middle of the arena to drop off his explosive attack. Once he explodes and Good begins casting his Wild Charge, the players without the vulnerability debuff should come in and block the attack to share the damage. In another scenario, should the off tank be hit with the Heat Lightning, it is the main tank's job to come forward and take the off tank's place to block the damage. So the main tank should keep an eye on the off tank's debuff whenever the Wild Charge is going to happen. And at the same time, the off tank should come forward and provoke the boss of swapping tank. After the Wild Charge, you should always be ready for the next critical rip. This Heat Lightning plus Wild Charge combo will happen every alternate Heat Lightning during this phase. The second add phase will begin at 55% HP. This phase is similar to the first add phase. However, after around 20 seconds, one new set of adds will spawn at the north and south of the arena, which the tank will have to pick up as soon as possible. Have the caster use Limit Break 3 and DPS down one side of the adds. Slowly move on to the other side of the adds, while the other tank go and pick up the 2 new adds spawn. Be very careful to face the 2 new adds away from the party to avoid stacking of damage. After all adds are down, move on to the boss. This time, it is very important to have everyone's HP top up to the max after his electric burst before he spread out to the position for his new attack. Phase 3 begins with a new combo of Heat Lightning plus a new ability called Cyclonic Chaos. A random player will be tethered to the boss, and in order to survive, simply move to the middle of the arena, and as soon as Heat Lightning strikes, the players without the vulnerability debuff from Heat Lightning must stack with the tethered player to share the damage. From this point onwards, it is completely random which combo pattern the boss will use next. However, there will be 3 different patterns which is possible. First one including the Heat Lightning plus Wild Charge combo. Second being the Heat Lightning plus Tethered combo, which was just shown. The last one will be the Tethered plus Wild Charge combo, which I will introduce shortly. Please take note, the same combo will not repeat one after another. For example, if the boss is doing the Heat Lightning plus Tethered combo, the next possible combo will only be Heat Lightning plus Wild Charge or Tethered plus Wild Charge combo. so using this knowledge, you can preempt for the next combo attack. Moving on to the next ability, you can see the boss is using the Tether plus Wild Charge combo. These mechanics may seem complicated, but it will be very easy once you get the hang of it. Basically, the boss will cast a mark on the player for Wild Charge and tether another random player. Since there is no hit lightning to give the debuff, everyone will be available to stack and share the damage. However, you will need to coordinate how to split the players. Firstly, deal with the tether by having 2 players stacked with the tethered player, and at the same time, the player marked with the Wild Charge will position himself at the back of the arena shown here, to avoid damaging other players when the charge explodes. After the tether explodes at the front, it will be the cue for the other 2 players and the off tank to move in and tank the Wild Charge. In order to execute this move smoothly, we numbered our members 1, 2, 3 and 4. Similarly to ballistic missiles from turn 8 of second coil, these 4 players will be the priority members to be stacking with the tethered members, with 1 being the most important. You will need 4 members in case of one of them being tethered and the other one being targeted for Wild Charge. The other players without the numbers will simply stay and be ready to block the Wild Charge. And with that is all the mechanics there is to Final Phase. The arena will keep getting smaller as the fight progresses, eventually lighting up the whole arena with electricity. But even then, never panic and always remember how to deal with the mechanics. You may watch the video until the end to see how my party dealt with each combo. And with that, I end my guide to turn 10 of Final Coil Bahamut. I really think that this guide will be helpful to you if you are having problem with turn 10. And please like, favorite and subscribe if you wish to see more content in future. I hope to see you again and good luck with raids in Final Coil.